Ready for Revolution? I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Trey Muhammad, also known as the Wealth Minister. And our goal here is to share with you an updated GSB settlement overview. It gives summary of process and things to remember. Now, our claims deadline with Alex Partners LLC, who's the exclusive distributor of the refund process for those in the settling states and jurisdictions. That deadline is swiftly approaching. May 22nd, 2025 is that deadline. There's also an additional deadline for those who are outside the settlement states who are looking to get the process started for themselves. There's a refund request for non-settlement states and jurisdictions. Those are sent to compliance at gspro.network. Request deadline with compliance at gspro.network is June 1st, 2025. We will go through that in the beginning of this overview, but I also want to make you aware for private and group consultation, I've opened up a platform by which we can entertain private consultation, three or more people as a group, and consultations are now available to complete your GSB settlement claims and processes with your Wealth Minister, Brother Eric Taray Muhammad. You can call me or text me for appointments and rates at 404-246-5708 or send email to the Wealth Minister at gmail.com and you will see that again. Now, to give you context, there's a video that we completed on the 18th of April that's on our YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/at the Wealth Minister. You see the updated public training video link on the screen. You want to take a screenshot of this, you want to copy the link and include it into your URL so you can pull it up, or you can simply just go to the Wealth Minister YouTube channel and scroll. So what are we going to begin with first here? We're going to begin with what does it mean for USA and Canada residents outside the settlement states and jurisdictions? This is where you provide your refund request in email to gspro.network, compliance rather, at gspro.network. Take a screenshot of this, make sure you have it. And then what do we include in that email? If you're outside the GSB settlement states or Canadian jurisdictions and you are seeking to get into the refund pipeline, send your request to compliance at gspro.network. We recommend that you send from the email you registered with in GS Partners. You want to include a subject matter refund request. You'll include today's date so that you can keep personal record. And inside your message, you can say something as simple as, I am requesting a full refund for all my digital assets purchased holdings with GS Partners. You provide your name. You provide your username in GS Partners. And you list any email addresses associated, past or present, with your GSP account, your city, province, and state. Now, what's going to happen there, you will get an automated response from compliance acknowledging that you sent it. And then days later, you'll receive another email from them. And this one will not be automated. This one, they're going to ask you to provide certain materials. After they ask you to provide those materials, they're also going to ask you whether you want to continue with the process of refund. And you would answer yes or no and send that email off. Now, if you reside in an eligible GSB settlement state or jurisdiction, you qualify for filing under the settlement process. Now, this is what I mean here. Many of you may have worked outside of the settlement states during the GSP opportunity, but now since then you have moved to one of the settling states. If you live in any of the settling states, you qualify to get your process done, but only through Alex Partners, okay? Because this is part of the settlement process. Now, let me move to a summary. This is the summary of the process. Number one, prepare to make your claim. Check your eligibility. Gather documentation such as proof of identity, cryptocurrency wallet addresses used for transfers to from GSB, any applicable transaction IDs, GSB wallet address you interacted with if available, other documentation of your deposits and payments to from GSB, and your outstanding balance with GSB if any. Don't look at this as daunting, folks. This is just put together in one paragraph, but we show you in the process. When you go back to review the video from April 18th, you'll see how simple it is and what to add and how to take advantage of the resources you have just within your own email alone. Okay. Number two, submit your claim. Submit an electronic claim form with supporting documentation via the claims portal. If you are represented by an attorney, your attorney may submit the claim on your behalf. We review your claim and supporting documentation to assess your eligibility for compensation. Now, this is coming directly from gsbsettlement.com. Okay. And third, accept your offer. Once we verify your eligibility and of the amount owed to you by GSB, the goal is to quickly pay you the verifiable amount in digital currency into a digital wallet address. Now, the whole process, it continues, is conducted quickly and easily via the claims portal and can be completed from start to finish on your home computer or mobile device. Now, let me give you a little scope here. As part of a settlement to resolve civil investigations by certain U.S. state and Canadian securities regulators, GSB has agreed to compensate eligible U.S. and Canadian customers who are residents of the settling jurisdictions. There's a current list of settling jurisdictions in the frequently asked questions found on gsbsettlement.com. That frequently asked questions, who is eligible, you see it in red there. When you go to gsbsettlement.com, you will see that hyperlink. It'll probably be in blue. An independent claims administrator, Alex Partners, will receive and evaluate claims. Now, understand that that's an independent claims administrator, Alex Partners. They don't have a dog in this fight, folks. They are not a part of GSB, nor are they associated with the regulators who attacked the opportunity. They are appointed by the court and they were adjudicated there. And their goal is to exclusively distribute the funds that belongs to all those eligible in the settling states and jurisdictions. Eligible GSB customers will be able to submit claims through the claims portal, which opened up February 21st and concludes May 22nd. The claim submission process will last 90 days. Folks, 90 days arrives May 22nd. There are no additional claims that can be filed after that. It closes to us. After this filing, then there's a window of 90 days from the time that the closing to pay out the distribution of the funds. Some have already received funds, so it's operating as advertised, it's operating even sooner. But that's the window. You got 90 days to make the claim, and they allot themselves 90 additional days to make sure you're paid out. Okay. As part of the GSB settlement administration process, you are not required to deposit any funds. You also should not submit information to anyone except the settlement administrator, Alex Partners, which can be done through www.gsbsettlement.com. Please be aware of scams and counterfeit websites requiring you to provide additional funds and information. Now, here's the objective, the framework, and supporting documentation from GSB Settlement. We require supporting documentation to assess your eligibility for compensation based on your verifiable transaction history and outstanding digital currency balance with GSB. We will only make one offer per user account. Investors with multiple accounts will need to file a separate claim for each account. When you review the video from April 18th on our channel, the Wealth Minister YouTube channel, you'll find how to make that process simple and streamlined through that video. Now, every individual who would like to submit a claim should provide the information below. The more information we receive, the faster and more efficiently we can make the distribution. I'm going to read that again. That's that first sentence there. Every individual who would like to submit a claim should provide the information below. The more information we receive, the faster and more efficiently we can make the distribution. Now, proof of identity. That's anything that includes your name and address. Now, you have supportive documents and a must document. Supportive documents, any know your customer material submitted to GSB. Know your customer or KYC. What's a supportive document in that respect? You might have a bank statement with your full name and address. You might have a utility bill with your full name and address. But what you must have is a copy of a valid national ID, whether it be a license, a state ID, passport. You need something of that effect, national card. You need something of to that effect to prove who you are, along with any additional supporting documents. Your email address, your phone number, what you utilize in GSB as your username, pardon me, or your account ID. Any claim amounts that you can recall, any and all GSB statements, proof of deposits, withdrawals, and other GSB transactions, all wallet addresses used to interact with GSB. On that video, we show you how to engage that and make it a really simple process for yourself. These are just a framework that you find on subsequent pages inside of the claims portal, and it's relatively easy to do. GSB wallet address you interacted with, information as to whether you have already sought or received compensation from GSB. And here's a note, you do not need an attorney to submit a claim. You are free to consult with an attorney and be represented by an attorney in filing your claim. GSB does not advise you on whether to engage an attorney, recommend specific attorneys, or provide referrals to attorneys. Now, here's another note. If you are represented by an attorney in connection with your GSB account or outstanding balance, we can only communicate. This is GSB Settlement, Alex Partner speaking. We can only communicate with you directly about technical questions such as website questions. Please route any other questions to us through your lawyer, and we will communicate about your claim, including your offer, through your lawyer. That keeps it clean and keeps them out of any additional liability. And I want to remind you folks, claim filing deadline is May 22nd. May 22nd, 2025. Okay, now make sure you make a note of that. If you're represented by an attorney, this is the only communication they're allowed to have with you in terms of Alex Partners. They can only communicate through your attorney who represents you. Now, this is important. This is a note for funds distribution from Alex Partners. I submitted a letter back on March 11th asking GSB Settlement at alexpartners.com about the process, how, what currency would the funds be distributed in, what exchanges or networks can be used. And this was their response on the 17th of March. I'll read it out. Thank you for your inquiry. In accordance with the terms of the settlement agreement, we're talking about the terms of the settlement agreement. All right. We weren't there for that. Okay. But thank you for your inquiry. In accordance with the terms of the settlement agreement, refunds will be remitted to eligible claimants in digital assets. Specifically, it reads USDC, in parentheses, USD coin, on the Ethereum blockchain. These refunds must be directed to a custodial wallet hosted on a cryptocurrency exchange licensed in the United States or Canada. All right, so that covers all of North America. Best regards, GSB Settlements Claims Administration Team. All right, now, when you go to www.gsbsettlement.com, it opens up a homepage, and it opens up with its first paragraph entitled Payments to Customers. That's you and I. And it gives you the information that relates to the Gold Standard Corporation, AG, or GSB Gold Standard Bank Corporation, AG, and GSB Gold Standard Corporation, USA, all of the subsidiaries under the GSB conglomerate. This is where all of our holdings have been distributed between, depending on where we came in at and what opportunity we took advantage of. And it covers from 2021 through through November 16, 2023. Active and controlled by Joseph Haidt. Collectively, these entities, brands, or platforms are referred to on this page as GSB. Now, what's important to note here is that these companies under the banner of GSB covers everything whether we need to file certain things separately or somewhere else. So many of you had G999 coins, it's covered here. And when you had XLTs, or you were part of Swiss Belong Bank, or you had Metaverse certificates, or you had Planet certificates, or you had Elementals, and you may have been a part of a process where you took advantage of the fast forward aspect of the certificates. You might have held nodes, master nodes. You have holdings in Lydian World. You have holdings in real estate in XLT. You have different holdings in Lydian Staters, different coins, Lydian Staters, staking. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those notable and common coins that we earned in the Lydian world. You have plots of land that you're a part of. All those things are considered inside of the payment to customers and more. There are a lot of things that we just simply forgot that we had, but there'll be a summary provided you. And once that summary is made available to you in your eligibility proof of eligibility, then you have the opportunity to approve the summary to then get your claim distributed. If you don't approve of it, then there's another process by which you can say, well, I don't agree with this because there's something missing or something to that effect, and you can share your portion. Now, when you go to gsbsettlement.com, you'll find the claims portal link. It looks just like this claims submissions portal. When you go to that portal, folks, in order to sign in, you have to sign up. Okay, so you have not done so yet. If you've not been there before, you go to the sign in link and you tab rather, and you click on it. When you click on it, it will give you the Alex Partners sign in. Now, if you've already registered with Alex Partners to begin this process, your email address and your password here will suffice. But in the event that you need to sign up first, because you got to sign up first, then you go just below the sign in, there's a sign up now link, hyperlink. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to a page, Alex Partners user details. This is your registration page. You provide your email address, you answer the security characters that you see there on the screen. You type those in, and then you click on send verification code. They will then send you to your email address a code to now extract. You pull that code out, you bring it back to this platform, you provide that code, and then you're able to move forward with your email address. You will then select a password for yourself. You will confirm the password. Given name here means your first name, surname means your last name, and the state or province of which you reside in North America. Okay. You will hit create, that button will highlight, and then now you're eligible to move forward with your claim. Now, here's some do's and don'ts I'm going to share with you here. I sort of updated it a little bit, tweaked it a little bit, but again, the process can be found on the YouTube channel and with the link that we provided, the overview of April 15th. Okay, April 18th, excuse me. Now, here are some do's and don'ts for GSB settlement filings. Number one, do not wait. Currently, at the time of this uh, broadcast or recording, we have 10 days left to complete. Do not wait. Pay attention to timelines. Do not use autofill in processing your application. See, because especially if you're working in an application where you manage someone else's account, when autofills are used and you're using your device, that autofill is only dedicated to your information. So if you use autofill for an address that might be the same as the account you manage, it's going to change the parameters of who the claim is for. So the name will change to yours, as an example. So you want to make sure that you don't use autofill. Make time to type all of your information with the exception of deposit addresses, the cryptocurrency, I mean, because they have to pay you, right? So you want to make sure that's right. So you want to copy and paste that. You don't want to type that in and leave that up to chance. So do not use autofill. Only US and Canada licensed and based cryptocurrency exchanges are eligible for refund distribution from Alex Partners. And there's a series of examples of those in the video that you have a chance to review. The USD coin on the Ethereum network, also known as ERC20, is the only coin and network um, networks where funds will be distributed to from Alex Partners. This is a very important page. You want to make note of this. And all inquiries for settlement states and jurisdictions are made to GSB Settlement at alexpartners.com. If you've already submitted the claim and you found that you need to have a different coin address, just go to the video from April 18th. It will show you what to do. Now, do not open claims in this portal. All right. Do not open claims in this portal for states and jurisdictions outside the eligible states and jurisdiction. So very important. Folks, I'm going to want you to review the information as it relates to the overview and where you can find it. There it is on the screen. You're welcome to take a screenshot of that and make sure that you go through that overview to gain a grasp of the information that we just shared, including any corrections that need to be made rather to the opportunity. And again, there are private and group consultations available from me, the Wealth Minister, Brother Eric Muhammad. And you can simply reach out to me at the number on the screen, 404-246-5708. That's in the United States. It also works over WhatsApp. You want to text me for appointment and rates or call me for appointment and rates or send email to the Wealth Minister at gmail.com. However, we do daily, Monday through Friday, overviews and presentations on our platform, www.teambelieve.info, or you can go to the meeting ID. I'm just going to call it out here. Don't have it available to write. The meeting ID, the Zoom meeting ID is 624-548. Let me make sure I got it right. Make sure I have it right. 924, pardon me, 924-548-6042, and in all lower caps, let's go as one word for your password. I want to thank you for your time and attention. We're going to stop the share here and go to our live Q&A. Thank you, everyone, for your time.